me two stories. They shared with me a spiritual origin, and they shared with me a servitude story, how our grass dancers served the people. The servitude story, when my people would move our teepees, we moved in camps, sometimes small as little as 5 to 10 teepees, and other occasions we had much more. But when our elders, chiefs, and medicine men said this is the place we're going to have the camp, they selected from their warriors a handful to come forward and perform the grass dance. Now, the grass dance was done to knock down the very high grasses that are up here on the plains, and they danced down these grasses in a way so our people could put up their teepees. That was the purpose, that was the function, to prepare a way for your people. And they also told me the spiritual origin. It tells of a young boy whose legs were not like everybody else's. He could not dance or run or play, so he would spend his time away from the camp. Now out here on the northern plains, our batches of sweetgrass grew very tall, and they grew everywhere. And in the right wind, these grasses looked like waves on water, and that was very comforting to this little man, which is why he spent as much time out there as he did. On a day in particular, Creator himself came down and seen this little boy sitting away from camp. And he says, "Grandson, what are you doing out here all alone?" The little boy says, "My legs are not like everybody else's. I can't dance, I can't play, I can't run. This is where I spend my time." So Creator tells this little boy, "At the next gathering, you're going to be dancing." And he sings a song to this little man. And the little boy learns the song, and he takes the song back to his grandfather's teepee. And he gets inside, he says, "Grandpa, at the next gathering, I'm going to be dancing." And the grandpa says, "You know, grandson, your legs are not like everybody else's. You cannot play, you cannot run, you cannot dance." And the little boy says, "But Grandpa, Creator gave me this song." So the grandpa says, "You have to make your own outfit." He could have went the way of tradition and got all of his feathers together and put together a bustle, but he knew this time was special. He wanted this time to be remembered for all time. So he built his outfit in a way to say thank you to the things that gave him the comfort, that were there for him a better part of his short life. And that was those batches of sweetgrass. The yarns and fringes that I'm wearing today would have been made from the sweetgrass a long time ago. And as this little boy is making that first grass dance outfit, he's teaching the song the Creator gave him to his best friend. And at the next gathering, the little boy gets out there in the dance area, and his best friend starts singing that song. And the little boy, not used to being able to stand up, has a hard time. He's off balance, he's off beat, he's off step, but he keeps trying. And because of his faith in his Creator, as the song was going on, the little boy's legs got stronger and stronger. And at the end of that song, the little boy's legs were healed to full strength. And that was the spiritual story, the spiritual origin. Now we know the purpose, and now we know the spiritual origin. Today we have two different styles of grass dance that we share. We have what we call a contemporary style. Lots of movement, lots of covering around the dance area. And they use the style at our contests in a way for their numbers to be seen more frequently by the judges. But the style I like to share is the old style. Now I like this old style not just because I myself am old, but because of the stories that come with it. The story of the little boy who started, kept dancing, and at the end of the song his legs were healed, and how we used to prepare a way for our people. Now during this old style, there are certain rules that we have to follow. Whatever move we do one way, we got to be able to turn around and dance it back exactly the opposite way. But there's also that little room on top, that little room for expression. We could have 8 different dancers up here dancing the same song, but we'll all do it different, because we all have different ways of doing things. So I'd like to say thank you to my teachers who taught me this old style.